Hello everybody and welcome to Mr. B Clothing here at 1995 Northwest 86th Street, gorgeous Clive, Iowa. We're going through the 2012 Iowa State football season here with Tim Sitzmann. It's become an annual tradition at CycloneFanatic.com for Sitzmann's picks. Get to know what this guy thinks about every game on the football schedule.
This is a fun time of year, Chris, as we've talked about many times, but when football season's coming up, it's exciting. We get all juiced up, and it's exciting to look at the Cyclones and the opportunities they have ahead of us. It just as we do here at the store, and the opportunity is to buy a little sale goods right now.
Really?
You know, we're on sale. The spring and summer is over, we think.
Yeah.
We're starting to bring in the fall goods. We got to make room.
And that's how you do it in the clothing business.
Absolutely.
I'm an old retail guy. I remember
when
the
it's
day.
the hottest day of the year, you're unloading sweaters. So
Yep.
that's just kind of the way we do it, and so we're ready to go. We're excited about our new season, just as well as the Cyclones are excited about getting those helmets and pads on.
We got a new tent sale coming up at some point.
We're going to have a tent sale coming up in the first part of August, but we're just starting our sale. The best time to buy is when you have a lot of selection.
Yep.
We got a great selection, so come on in and see us at 1995 Northwest 86th Street, beautiful Clive, Iowa.
All right, coming up is the Texas Christian game, TCU. Iowa State
yep.
goes down to
Fun to have them in the conference.
It is. It's fun. I think they're an intriguing football team because it's been a deal, Tim, over the last few years where, you got your TCUs and your Boise States, and maybe they'll go undefeated or they'll go one loss, but then guys like me can always say, go play in the Big 12, fellas. Do it week to week, and we'll see where you're at. Well, now they get to put their money where their mouth is, and they've said year after year that we belong. Now they get to prove it. I think they're going to have a little harder time than most people expect. I do. I think it's a good football team. They got a good quarterback, a great coach, but I think it's going to be more difficult than they think.
As we look at the additions of West Virginia and TCU, and losing Colorado and losing Missouri, I think it's almost an even deal. I think I think Missouri was playing at a pretty high level when they left our conference, and so is West Virginia coming into our conference. I think TCU may be a notch ahead of Colorado.
Yeah.
Colorado was just kind of coming on at the end of last year. They played decent in the Pac-10.
Yeah.
But
that's a pretty weak conference too.
But a pretty weak conference.
Yeah.
I look for them to be an average addition to the Big 12, but I think you got to be prepared. They could upset some of the big ones, and they could lose to somebody they shouldn't lose.
This is a game. A lot of odds makers though are saying Iowa State's a big dog in this game, a big underdog. I think I saw one site predicted it would be like a 21-point spread in favor of Texas Christian.
Yeah,
seems a little bit crazy to me.
Now, and I'm not sure of the schedule, and you can help me out here. Is this TCU's first conference game?
I believe it is TCU's second conference game.
That's what I was wondering.
So they're going to be still pretty fresh.
Pretty fresh
as
in the
far
conference.
as that goes. Here's the deal. People want to know where the Paul Rhodes upset's coming.
Right.
It's what we talk about every year.
Right.
A lot of people are singling out Oklahoma. No, Iowa State's not going to beat Oklahoma. This is it.
Okay.
The Paul Rhodes special on the road at Texas Christian gives Iowa State the ability to start off 5-0 or 5-1, potentially 6-0. I don't think Iowa State goes 6-0.
Not
I don't
so
think
quick. Not so quick.
Not so fast.
Not so quick. Not so quick. I believe that this is going to be a tough game on the road for Iowa State. Coming out, they'll be 3-1 as I picked to this point. I think this is a tough game. I think Iowa State's upset's coming down the road against a bigger opponent.
Okay, so you're not picking the TCU upset.
No, I'm not, and I'm picking TCU to win it by a touchdown.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Clones.
That's good.
I'm going to go with the Clones in that one. Coming up next, we go home. It's family weekend, or homecoming, one of the two.
Right.
Kansas State.
Right.
Pesky Bill Snyder. Cyclones just can't seem to get over a hump against those Wildcats. It's been
that's
this way for a while.
That's a tough game again, and I'm maybe sliding back into what maybe my unconsciousness, but I think this is a victory for the Cyclones at home. I like them at home very much. I think that they're very comfortable in the confines right now. I think Paul Rhodes is building a small dynasty as we get going here. I mean, this is kind of his coming out party. It's getting better and better. We're getting more upsets. Last year we had a couple of them, so this year we may have 3. But I don't consider this an upset. I think it's an even game to come into Jack Trice and try to beat the Clones at this point. So I pick Iowa State there.
I think a lot of this just has to do with what kind of shape is Kansas State in, because they, after Colin Klein, their quarterback, and a couple guys on defense, they don't have a lot of depth. That's the one thing about that program. Their starters are really solid. They're a top 20 team as far as starters go, but once you shut a few of those guys off, and I think you can say that about a lot of teams in college football. But I'm gonna take Kansas State.
Okay.
They seem to have Iowa State's number, and here's the deal though, because I'm kind of a guy that looks at odds, and the reason I say that is because if I'm going to pick the TCU win, that's starting 5-1. I don't think Iowa State's a good enough team to go 6-1 and beat Kansas State. So they got to lose one of those games, I would think. So I'm not very confident about either pick, but that's the way I'm going to go.
See, after the way I have it picked is 4-2. Now we're going into some of the tougher part of the schedule. But last year I think I picked the Clones at 7-5, and I'm looking at that year kind of again.
All right.
I think on an outside chance with another upset down the road, and we'll see how I pick it. But we could be as good as 8-4.
Well, I tell you what, we're not just saying this. Tim's been pretty accurate over the last few years.
We've been pretty close.
He's been within a game every year.
Right.
So take what this guy says. I mean, you're getting ready to go to Vegas. Maybe you're going to place a bet.
Why not?
Listen to what Sitzmann has to say.
Win some money and come back and see me. We'll get that new suit they need.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hey, we're at Mr. B's, 1995 Northwest 86th Street in Clyde. The sale has already begun. Is this correct?
Yeah, we've got them picked halfway through the year at 4-2. That's 6 games. We're halfway through.
We'll take that.
We'll see, and then we'll see if it happens on the backside.
We'll see, but again, Tim's been pretty accurate. So stop on in and see him here at Mr. B's. Tell Mac and Mike and all the guys here hello for you. And remember, Tim, you can shop for your wife here. You got women's clothes. I think a lot of people just think it's a men's clothes.
We've added to the women's department a nice little shoe department that they should come in and check out.
What kind of shoes you got nowadays?
Well, we carry Alan Edmonds, we carry Cole Haan, we carry Donald Pliner. We carry Donald Pliner and Cole Haan in the women's department, and there's a nice selection for you and some unique styles. So women like to buy shoes, Chris, so have them come on in.
They do. My wife's obsessed with it.
Absolutely.
I can't bring her in here. It'd be the end of me.
We'd love to have them.
Tim, thanks for your time today. As always, go Cyclones, and we'll see you soon.
Let's hope that they're 6-0 when we're talking about next time.
Absolutely. Take care, everybody.